Okay, well, that was great. Can you believe it's been 10 years since we started with Marvel? It's been 10 years since there's been debuts and reboots and sequels and reimaginings, you know? There's been spin-offs and spin-offs of spin-offs. There's been TV shows. There's been web series. It's done it all. The Marvel Universe is huge now, and looking back, it's crazy to think about. In another 10 years, we're gonna be looking at this moment and thanking Black Panther for starting even more craziness. I loved Black Panther. After watching Civil War, I was already on board for a movie of his own. He was great in that, and that was just enough to get us interested, you know? Giving him his own movie and talking about his culture, his people, his kingdom, and his responsibilities, I was super in for. And that's exactly what this movie is about. It's about his part in the whole geopolitical, cultural, racial thing, you know, and what he wants to do. Black Panther is, you know, a superhero as well as a king, as well as like a politician. It's this really delicate weave situation. There's a lot going on. I was worried a lot of it was going to be hard to translate to film. And that's what's so cool about this movie is every costume, every gadget, every character, every tribe, every piece of clothing feels natural and feels real.
My son, it is your time.
Show me my respect and bow down.
This is a country, this is a nation that is super duper crazy overpowered. They've got infinite resources on this magic rock that gives them so much advantages to the rest of the world, so much responsibility to the rest of the world, and they're very careful on what they do with this power. Wakanda has its own traditions, its own rituals, its own rules, and its own politics. It's so big, it doesn't even matter what the rest of the world is doing. They don't really care. And at 2 hours and 15 minutes, there's so much going on in this movie, I was worried it was gonna feel a little crammed or a little rushed, but everything still has time to breathe.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
Ryan Coogler directing this thing is a genius idea. That guy is a great director. He's only done a couple movies, Fruitvale Station, Creed, a couple other ones, but I like his work. I will say this though, this is kind of a slow burn type of movie. You know, it's not like an action, crazy, balls to the wall, explosion extravaganza. It's a little bit pulled back, you know, it's about Black Panther. It's about his world and his culture and what he wants, what he thinks. And it's not so much about saving the whole world. There's tons of world building in this one movie that rivals Star Wars and Harry Potter and even the rest of the MCU. There's so much going on.
The revolution will not be televised.
Chadwick Boseman is a great Black Panther. And again, I wasn't really a huge fan of this character beforehand. I didn't really know much about him, but now I'm super interested. I want to read some of Black Panther's comics. He's cool. He's slick, you know. He's the leader of a whole country, but he's also still just a guy. And I found that so cool. He's relatable while also being like the furthest thing from someone like me.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
And Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, he's incredible. He's one of the best comic book supervillains I think I've ever seen. His portrayal of Eric Killmonger in this movie blows my mind. It's gonna hit home for a lot of people on what he wants and what he's saying. You can almost get on his side, and that's what's so crazy about this. The conflict is the heart of the movie. It's about these two characters and where they sit on the political spectrum and what they want Wakanda to mean moving forward. And I found that way more fascinating than any punches and kicks. Even if the punches and kicks are awesome. I love big crossover movies, you know? I love Civil War. I love the Avengers. I love that this is all one world. But every now and then, You really need to focus on one character and what that character wants, and that makes the next crossover that much more important. You know, this is not a character that is just a face in the crowd. That's not what he is. That's not what he deserves to be. He's the damn king. He's the king of a country as well as a superhero. This character is bigger than Marvel versus DC debates, you know? It's bigger than fun versus gritty debates. This is a real character, and this movie just cuts out all that garbage and makes a Black Panther movie. And it's great.
Show me my respect and bow down.
There's maybe a couple hard editing choices along the way. It's pretty exposition heavy, as I said earlier, and Martin Freeman's character, I love Martin Freeman, but he didn't need to be in the movie.
Let's have some fun.
Did you see Black Panther? What did you think? Comment down below. Thanks for watching Right at the Movies. Please remember to like and subscribe right there, and go ahead and just interact with me. Let's have a conversation. What did you like about Black Panther? What did you not like about Black Panther? Is there any other characters in the comic book universe, DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, that you want to see become another big, huge franchise?
The revolution will be live.